So this is my 36 weeks pregnancy update.
Hello, hello, hello. Now we need to see a mirror.
So it is half term this week, which means I've got this one with me. So he may pop up in the video a few times. They are big squeezy cuddles. So this week I've had another midwife appointment. If you've watched my previous updates, you know that my last one was showing that the baby was quite big. So I've been back to be measured again. The baby is still showing that it's big. I'll show you my growth scan. This was the baby 2 weeks ago. This is now, so I'm still above the average line. So because of that, I'm being referred for a growth scan, which I'm actually having tomorrow. And straight after that growth scan is when I've actually got my consultant appointment to make my official labour decision and get my cesarean date. Do you know what? I am so excited. I feel like I'm at the end, I'm ready to have the baby. Hello, darling. But I'm so nervous about this cesarean. It's not the route I potentially wanted to go down, because I know I can labour. I've got a really good chance of having a natural labour. The problem is at the end, because I have quite big babies, I'm too small to get them out. And based on all my notes and my history and everything, the midwives have said that they think I would end up with an emergency cesarean again anyway, which is why I'm going down this route. And the fact that all my measurements are showing that this baby's big is just kind of confirming that I am doing the right thing. So I have that appointment tomorrow and I will update you on how that goes next week. In terms of pregnancy symptoms at 36 weeks, then yeah, I'm having some really funny twinges and feelings and niggles and pains. And yeah, you're probably wondering about the title of this video. So I've said in previous updates that I've had some really quite sort of funny feelings, like down there. And I was talking to my friend about it and she went, "Oh, Fanny Lightning." I was like, "Oh, it has a name?" She was like, "Yeah, that's what we'll call it." And I was like, do you know what? That's a really good way of summing up what that feeling is. I'm sure if any of you are pregnant or been pregnant, you will know what I mean when I say Fanny Lightning. I don't know if I really need to say more about it. I think that pretty much sums it up. Yes, I had that and definitely had more like Braxton Hicks this week. I said last week that I thought I had them, but I wasn't sure. Definitely had them this week. They are a lot sort of tighter, a lot sort of stronger. I wouldn't say they're necessarily painful, but they do kind of go, oh, I think that was something. And yeah, I've had a lot more sort of cramping and just a lot more pain really. Still loads of backache. Yeah, I definitely feel like I am at the end now. So I've had a couple of new symptoms this week, one being hot flashes. And boy, are they hot, and I'm like, oh, quick, I need air, like cooling myself down and fanning myself. And it's really weird because I feel like my body just like rages in temperature, and I feel like my face is hot, but like my hands could be cold to touch and my body could be shivery. Like I just feel like my body temperature is just like all over the place. And it seems to happen a lot like in the afternoon. And the only thing I can do is just stand outside for a minute. Luckily it's really cold outside at the moment. Or drinking like loads of really cold water seems to help, and obviously just like wearing layers. And it also happens at night as well, and that's when, like, you know, when you get like a leg out, cover off, cover on, and yeah, so it's disrupting sleep a little bit. But God, when they kick in, they just make me feel like I'm on fire. But it's apparently all normal. It's all to do with like changes in hormones and just surges of hormones. So yeah, I have read that some people have actually found that this was what they got like before they went into labour, like a couple of weeks before labour. So yeah, who knows. There you go. What do you say?
No.
Thank you. Sorry, just needed to make way up a drink. So the other symptom is swelling, and I'm really starting to notice it now, although it's nothing like the swelling I had when I was pregnant with Ralph. I swelled up so bad with him. I was so swollen. So I feel like I've been really lucky this pregnancy, but I'm starting to notice that my ring's getting a little bit tighter, and at the end of the day I really notice how much bigger like my legs are and my feet and my ankles. And apparently it's just because when you're pregnant your body just holds on to a lot more fluid than normal, and it is most common to get the swelling in like your legs, your ankles, your hands, your feet, which is where I'm noticing it. And it's just because where like your uterus and your womb is expanding and getting bigger, that presses on your blood vessels in your pelvis. And apparently it's really common for swelling to get worse as the day goes on, and that's just because like gravity is drawing all like the water down. So yeah, that's what I noticed right at the end of the day. That's when I noticed the swelling is at its worst. But once I go to bed and wake up in the morning, I seem to be like back to normal again. And then it goes through that process again. But yeah, still feeling quite good though in comparison to my last pregnancy. So hopefully it doesn't get any worse. And other than that, I just feel a bit tired and exhausted now. Like I feel like I've got quite a lot of energy when I wake up and throughout the day, but it's about 4 o'clock. That's when I just feel like, oh, I could just sit down and have a nap. But that's easier said than done when you have a 3-year-old. So this week I have picked up the labour information pack, which is an Emma's Diary pack that you can get from your midwife from 34 weeks. So in this pack you get this little trial size Fairy non-bio washing liquid and some Dove baby body wash, which is a sensitive moisturiser. You get some Bepanthen nappy ointment cream. Now this is such a good size, and it's a little squeezy tube as well, so it's just perfect to keep in your changing bag. And then you get some samples from Dettol, and in this is some Dettol surface cleaning wipes. You get a pack from Pampers, and in here there is 4 nappies which are size 1, some Pampers sensitive wipes, and there's 12 in that packet, and you also get a £1 off coupon. And then you get a couple of other leaflets here from Fairy and Boots, and that's their parenting club, and then the Emma's Diary labour and birth guide. And there's just loads of good information in here about coping with your labour, early signs of labour, breastfeeding. Yes, that's quite a good little pack there, and you get quite a lot of like free samples of things. Do you know what? I have loved Emma's Diary this pregnancy. There's just been so much information in their packs and so many great little samples that I've actually used, so they're definitely worth signing up for. So the baby this week is about 6 pounds and about 18 to 19 inches long, which is about the size of a romaine lettuce. So there's not much more to sort of say on the baby at the moment because it is pretty much developed now and it's just gaining weight and filling out. Although according to one of my baby apps, it did say that growth will slow down in the coming weeks because that is so baby's able to fit through like the narrow passageway on its way out. And so that the baby can start like storing up energy ready for delivery. So that's it for this week's update. I really don't know how many of these updates I'm going to have left. But thank you so much for following along this journey with me, and if you haven't done so already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I am going to continue these updates after I've had the baby as well and talk about like baby's development, how I'm feeling postpartum, and yeah, so there's loads more to come, which I'd love for you to join me with. Hope you're all feeling well for those of you that are pregnant too, and I will see you next time. Bye!